Speaking of bullshit, man, y'all see all this bullshit going on in the media with all these sexual assaults going
Bro,
on
I
in
was
New
just
York?
gonna bring that. No, fuck New York. Look, watch this. It's crazy.
They got that in California now too.
That's
damn.
bad.
Yeah, they trying to get it cracking.
Hold on, let's pull this shit up right now.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just
Shout out to
accusers.
lawyers for hires too.
It's just accusers. You know, they got to.
Ah, man, this stream deck. Hold on, I've been having problems with this shit. 1 second, 1 second. Let me see if I can pull this shit up real quick. This shit has been bothering me. Let me see. Okay.
Why you close the whole window to do that?
No, because this shit has been really tripping. Hold on, 1 second, y'all. 1 second.
You just gotta reset it. And just do it at my the last stream was at my studio.
That's why, right? Nope. No, cut that off.
The last stream was at my studio. That's why it's like that.
I fixed it.
I do miss that intro, by the way.
You have to close the whole window to do that, fool.
I fixed it. All right, we good now. We good. Hold on. Here we go. So look,
Here we go.
lawyers for workers. Look at this shit.
Every single man on this list has been sued for sexual assault. Now, what you probably don't know, all of these lawsuits were filed in New York. All of these lawsuits were filed last week, last couple of days. And all of these lawsuits involve very old claims. In the case of Mayor Eric Adams, you're talking about a woman claiming sexual assault from 1983. That's before I was born, more than 30 years ago.
Oh, man.
There's time
That's
limits
40
to
years
filing
ago.
lawsuits, right? You can't just wait forever. How are these people able to file such old lawsuits against these guys? Well, what's going on here is the Adult Victim Survivors Act. The New York State Legislature passed a law that said that if you're a victim of sexual assault and you never filed a claim because you were scared, because you were this, because you were that, and now it's too late, well, we're going to open up a 1-year window from November 22nd, 2022 to today, November 23rd, 2023. Today is the last day within this Adult Victim Survivors Act window to file a lawsuit. And what you have happen in these sexual assault cases, probably what happened in the Diddy case, people don't file the lawsuit immediately. First, they call you and they say, hey, do you want to pay me to settle this lawsuit? Because if you don't, I'm going to file it, and then it's going to go public. So before they go public with it, they use that leverage of keeping it confidential, keeping it out of the public eye to try to settle. Now, if the celebrity defendant, whoever it is on the other side, doesn't care and they say, no, I'm not settling, you go file, then you go file. So in this case, the deadline to file these old claims was today, so they kind of waited and they were trying to negotiate, keep that leverage of keeping it confidential, and then eventually when you don't get that settlement, you go ahead and you file that lawsuit. Interesting, in the Diddy case, they would have probably been doing that. I don't know, but I'm guessing they would have probably been negotiating with Diddy. He's like, nah, I'm not going to do it. Then it went public, and the next day he settles. To me, I don't know this, but it suggests that he miscalculated. It suggests that he didn't realize what it was going to look like in the light of day. And when he saw it, he was like, yo, run that settlement back. Every single man on this.
That's wild.
Told you, though. That nigga
Jimmy
did that shit.
Iovine, Cuban Gooding Jr., Harv Pierre, Jamie Foxx, Axl Rose, Bill Cosby again, Terry Richardson, Marcellus Wiley, and NYC Mayor Eric Adams.
Yeah. Just because they do that don't mean it's true, though.
No, 100%. But I'm like, my nigga, this shit is out of pocket now.
40 years ago, my nigga?
It's out of pocket now. Now, I do listen. If somebody really was a victim of sexual assault and they felt like they didn't have no voice, by all means. But this shit is getting out of hand, though.
I mean, it ain't getting out of hand. It's been happening. People been filing sexual assault cases.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like with this shit going on, it's making press because it's this whole deadline shit. So like they throwing them all out there just to show you how many people are getting like that shit happens every day, bro.
What's crazy is, though, how all this shit hit all of a sudden yesterday after Trey Songz was
acquitted
for all his shit. And then all these hit, boom, right on top. So it really overrided his news, you know what I'm saying? Because he looking crazy out here. But
a federal judge threw that shit out too.
And he beating shit, and then this shit hit. But like Pun said, like you said, like if you a victim, you know, by all means handle your business. But 40 years ago, you should have said something within a year, 2 years, 5 years.
See, but I say this though, right? It wasn't there wasn't no I would say outlets 30, 40 years ago for someone to be heard.
It don't have to be
like
no
it was all
outlets.
controlled.
This is all civil. You could have went to the courts. You could have went to. This is not to let your voice be heard. You want some chili?
No, to get your chili. But I'm just saying, I feel like especially the media was controlled more back then. So even if they did come out, motherfuckers wouldn't even take them serious.
That shit wouldn't make the newspaper. Huh?
It wouldn't have made nothing. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, it's only two outlets: the newspaper and the news.
They would have swept that shit under the rug.
That newspaper shit was crazy.
Right.
The internet opened the door now where you can't stop somebody's voice. Somebody can put out something tomorrow and that shit will spread like wildfire.
That's true, but damn, 40 years. What you been doing this whole 40 years?
But just imagine 40 years ago something happened to you and nigga, it's so traumatic. You thinking about that shit every fucking day. Year after year.
You're right. Because if it's rape, then that's something different, bro. If it's rape, you never gonna forget that.
No.
But if it's somebody slapping your ass or something like that, like you'll forget. You know, especially if you in a club or something back in those days, you probably high having a good time and nigga touch your ass and you be like, man, who is that bum ass nigga? And that nigga end up being the mayor 40 years later. And now you be like, oh, I remember that nigga. He touched my ass at this club.
And then, too, those drugs that they was doing back then,
man, it was crazy.
They was on some other shit.
It was crazy. Drugs, period.
Them niggas was blacking out.
Going crazy.
They was blacking out. Everybody high. They doing them psychedelics like crazy.
Especially
all that shit.
Especially shit Bill Cosby had.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill Cosby, nigga.
That nigga was shooting shots in people's drinks. Nigga.
Yeah, that's just a tricky game though, man. When you're a celebrity, man, fuck with all these bitches, man. You got to be careful, man, because these hoes, boy, they could wake up one day and be mad at you and go file sexual assault, rape, whatever they want to on your ass.